It's probably more important for Air Force, to be honest with you, Carter, for them to get off to a good start, especially in light of the last couple of weeks. Not very good against Army. Didn't play especially well last week. Troy Calhoun's team, from a confidence standpoint, needs a really good opening drive.
UNLV won the toss and defers, so Air Force will receive the opening kick. Andre Miono, the kickoff specialist for UNLV. Special teams have been exceptional for the Rebels this season. And it will be an easy touchback out the back of the end zone. Air Force gets it at the 25-yard line. So we take a look at our Papa John's starting lineups. Without Zach Larrier at quarterback, he's been injured a couple of times this year for Air Force. It is Jensen Jones, the senior from Naples, Florida. Played for his dad, Damon Jones, at St. John Newman Catholic. And job number one is take care of the football.
Take care of the football. Much more a powerful runner, not the speed that a Larrier was at quarterback, but much more powerful.
Already UNLV looks like they jumped. The handoff on first down to John Lee Eldridge goes for just 2 yards. As we take a look at the rest of the starters for the Air Force Falcons, Owen Burke will carry the load at fullback for the Falcons today.
Yeah, with no Michelle, big load for Burke. Expect that offensive line up in front of them. They're all seniors. They call them the Diesel, and they're going to be challenged today. I guarantee you Troy Calhoun has challenged them to control this game.
On 2nd and 8, toss to Eldridge trying to find the edge. The Rebels are there to greet him at the 29-yard line, setting up the first third down for Air Force. As we look at the UNLV defense, an exceptional year for the former Arkansas Razorback, Jackson Woodard.
Woodard is a lot of fun to watch. In fact, on that play there, he was part of the dealing with the option, stringing it out and holding it to limited yards. This is the situation you want Air Force in. You got to hold them to less than 5 yards, otherwise there's a chance they go for it on fourth.
Air Force 50% on the year on third down, but they will not pick up this one as Owen Burke is stopped by a gang of Rebel defenders, including Shelton, Elijah Shelton, the senior from Salt Lake City. So Air Force goes 3 and out on the opening drive, and the UNLV defense stands tall in their first test against the Falcons.
UNL defense they're going to opt to have that size in the middle, but speed on the outside. They're going with an extra linebacker on the outside, Tompkins.
The explosive Jacob DeJesus is back for UNLV. Carson Bay, the punter. Good punt, forces DeJesus to fair catch it.
Really turned into the man here for the Rebels. Not unchallenged. They got some good talent behind him, but he's clearly number one.
You will see a bevy of rushers for UNLV. Jaden Thomas is in the backfield and takes the first down handoff. He is stood up and driven back by the Falcons. Alec Monk gets the tackle on first down, no gain. It is an explosive UNLV offense. Ricky White already over 1,000 receiving yards on the season.
Yeah, Ricky White and his speed down the field is going to be hard to deal with for Air Force.
On 2nd and 10, Mayama takes a shot downfield for White, hauls it in, and Ricky White sprints away from the Falcons. It is touchdown, Rebels. Go, 78-yard TD for UNLV. Mayama to Ricky White.
You got a single high defense in the middle. That means you have man on the outside. Man on the outside is going to turn into a track meet. A little crossing pattern by the DBs. That little hesitation and arm over. It's over right there. Perfectly delivered by Mayava. That's what White can do for you.
Ricky White, who spent 1 year at Michigan State, came to UNLV, was part of last year's Rebel team, said the work ethic on this year's group is why they are sitting at 8.
Ricky White and UNLV getting off to a really good start. There's White right there. You're just going to see him go in. He's gonna fake this way and then head out. Ah, darn it.
Off to such a good start there,
That's
Randy.
right. That's right. Unlike the UNLV, we got off to a fantastic start. That's exactly what Ricky White adds to this offense. And they're going to have to challenge it. They're going to have to go man against him. Also, DeJesus on the other side, I think, is going to be a real challenge for them. Once they figure out they can maybe roll to White, then it's the other guys are all going to be man.
Armed Forces Football is proudly sponsored by The Exchange. The 78-yard pass play, the longest play Air Force has allowed this season. In just 2 plays, a touchdown for UNLV. So a 3 and out on defense. and a quick strike touchdown, and it is a near perfect start for the Rebels of UNLV. And Air Force, who wants to control the football and play with the lead and bleed you out, they don't want to play from behind, even 7-0 early in the first.
Yeah, you start with a 3 and out, you immediately give a big play. This is quickly kind of worst case scenario for Troy Calhoun and company. They want to hold on to the ball. They want to stay on the field as much as possible and turn UNLV into the wait offense, not the go offense.
Without Larrier and Emmanuel Michel, Air Force without its 2 leading rushers. 3 and out on the opening drive for Jensen Jones and the Falcons. Gave it to Burke, straight up the middle, pushing the pile for 3 yards. Marcel McDuffie gets the tackle for UNLV. Rebels start 4 linebackers today. They know exactly what they're up against with the Falcons, the nation's 2nd leading rushing team.
They've got good beef inside, 300 plus. But the key when you're facing this football team, the Falcons can get the outside on you. They're very quick, good talent, good speed, and the extra linebackers are a reaction to that.
On 2nd and 7, Jones tucks it, gets across the 30-yard line to set up another 3rd down. McDuffie makes his 2nd straight stop after a gain of 4. Michael Shear, who played linebacker at Missouri for Barry Odom, coached at Arkansas as well, and he threw out the number 917, the total rush yards in the last 2 years by Air Force against UNLV, but it's a different Rebel bunch this year.
That has been seared into their brains. Not only 917 yards the last 2 years, but 12 rushing touchdowns.
3rd and 3. And there's UNLV again. McDuffie again on John Lee Eldridge for no gain on 3rd down. It'll be 4th and 3. Even though the Falcons love to go for it on 4th down, here comes the punt unit.
Yeah, that's all about inside. So far, that offensive line I talked about that had been challenged for Air Force is being stifled by this defense for UNLV. They're stuffing them inside, and when they do get outside, the linebackers are spilling just right, challenging that option.
Bay punts to DeJesus, who's averaging 20 yards a return, but another fair catch. He grabs it near the 23. Caleb Rillos, a senior from Golden, Colorado, who is part of a Falcon family. His dad, Matt, played football. Mom, Brooke, played volleyball. Rillos in his senior season and a part of a terrific senior class for the United States Air Force Academy. He's actually an Air Force Academy sponsored transfer. He's got 2 years of eligibility. Who knows what the future holds. Here's a false start by UNLV on play number 1 of drive number 2. Our referee today, Christian Watson.
Getting a little explanation on what exactly happened.
Delayed game, abrupt movement, defense, number 49.
Yeah, that's
5-yard penalty, remain 1st down.
Did you see that little check? I mean, where the defense just basically does that late move like that. When you do that, a lot of the times it always comes with a sound. The linebackers back there going, go, and they'll shift. And that's that penalty. That's why it was called. That's what the little huddle of the officials was back in the backfield.
UNLV was backing up. They thought it was against them as well. Mayaba on 1st and 5 now. Another shot. It's Ricky White again, who gets it out to the 50-yard line. 2 grabs for Ricky White. This one goes for 22. The first one for 78. Not even 5 minutes in. White approaching 100 receiving yards in the game.
We'll keep concentrating on that Air Force defense. You see the single high safety. That means man coverage.
Mayaba to the outside again. What a grab on the edge. Seneca McKee goes up and grabs it for a gain of 20 more for the Rebels.
Well, to give credit where credit is due, Mayaba puts that ball out there. But look at McKee. He goes up there amongst them. There's a lot of arms and hands and gloves. Not many of them are UNLV players. McKee gets that one really nice.
Brennan Marion's offense showing off on the first 2 possessions for the Rebels.
Now you know why they call it the go-go.
Mayaba 3 for 3, 120 passing yards already. Rolling out of the pocket, he's picked off. Trey Taylor has his 3rd interception of the year. So the Falcons with a much-needed boost. The 6th interception of the year for Air Force. It had been 2+ games without a takeaway for the Falcons, and finally the defense comes away with the football.
Well, offensive coordinator Brennan Marion's got to get his young quarterback and say, look, this is one you shouldn't throw. You got no business throwing this thing. You're throwing it right at the defender. Your receiver's down.
Fisher DeBerry coaching the Falcons from 1984 until 2006 with 106 wins. He led 17 of his teams to winning seasons, including 12 bowl game bids, winning 6 bowl games. He retired with the most wins and the highest winning percentage in the history of Air Force football. A College Football Hall of Famer in 2011, Coach Troy Calhoun. The only outright conference title for Air Force came in 1998 as a member of the WAC. So for this senior class of 39, a chance to win an outright Mountain West Conference title would be a historic season for the Air Force Falcons. But in this critical game atop the Mountain West, it's UNLV 7-0. UNLV explosive on offense. Vincent Davis just gets 2 on the first down carry.
And one thing we haven't seen too much of, maybe the first series, we saw a little bit of motion. What this go-go offense does really well is it features two running backs at the same time in the backfield most times. A lot of motion and a lot of movement.
Mayava pulls it on 2nd and 9 and gets to the 25 to give you a 3rd and manageable, shall we say, for the UNLV Rebels. Jonathan Youngblood on the stop, but Bo Richter is the playmaker for Air Force.
Yeah, he's going to be challenged big time going against this football team because it's very important that Bo Richter be involved in exactly what you've seen the last 2 plays. If they can stuff this run and try to make UNLV one-dimensional, that's what you want as a defense.
The first 3rd down that UNLV has faced in the game. Mayava, pocket holds up, he takes another deep shot downfield, it's almost picked. Intended for DeJesus. But it was Jalen Ferguson who had 2 hands on the football.
Yeah, Ferguson does a really nice job. He's that single high safety coming over to help over the top, and he has perfect position on the ball. In fact, he's got a better position than the receiver has on the ball. Just couldn't quite come down with it.
And correction on the defense, that's Jaden Goodwin who nearly came away with the interception. So conversation between Brennan Marion and Jaden Mayava. Fair catch.
In the first quarter, so far Troy Calhoun's offense getting 2 yards of play.
3 and outs. Another shovel toss. It's Aiden Calvert. Gets out of bounds around the 33. That's 5 yards, and that's the longest rush of the day so far for the Falcons.
Good execution, excellent blocking up front, good decision making, more importantly, by your quarterback. Flipping that ball out and getting to the lead back.
Falcons jump. Were they drawn offsides with contact?
I don't know if he touched. He definitely flinched because of that action coming at him. Linebacker trying to time the blitz just right, had a little bit early.
False start. Offense, number 5 for the head movement. 5-yard penalty. Main 2nd down.
That's interesting with a false start on the quarterback on Jensen Jones.
Yeah, I didn't see much head movement, but I saw his left guard get out there pretty good and move pretty well. Watch him jump, left guard. He sees that threat to the quarterback and to the A-gap. That's a natural instinct.
So now the Falcons are backed up again on 2nd and 9. The 3rd fewest penalties in the nation by the Falcons.
That left guard and Dago just got to hold it down a little bit tighter.
Jones, keeper, gets nothing much on 2nd down. The ball comes out, but Jones was down. And one of the officials gets manhandled back at the 20-yard line.
You're fair game if you get around that football.
Yikes.
That's that left guard I was talking about a little while ago in Dago.
Scott Johnson, our center judge, is hopefully all right. Air Force 0 for 3 on 3rd down. It's been nothing but 3 and outs for the Falcons, and they face 3rd and 7. Jones to throw for the 2nd time. Jones winds up and leaves it high and incomplete, intended for Brandon Engel. He had a shot, and left it high for Engel.
Well, Mike Shear, the defensive coordinator for UNLV, this is the sweet spot for a defense. You get an option team in 3rd and long where they have to throw. I mean, the reality is you're just not used to throwing it that much. So you know if you can get some pressure on the quarterback, you can stress him.
4 possessions, 4 3-and-outs for Air Force. So Bay called on the punt again to De Jesus. Fair catch signal as to
one of those guys you don't want to make the mistake of kicking a low returnable ball to. He's got good quickness and speed, and he can make about 5 guys miss in a phone booth.
empty backfield for the Rebels on 1st down. Mayaba. Another great grab. De Jesus goes up to get it. As the Rebel receivers are helping Mayaba out, this one goes for 27.
I mean, one of the real pluses about having a great returner is you scheme things up to say, hey, I can get this guy the ball in great areas and in open space, and I can really turn him loose.
Out of Modesto Junior College, UNLV was his only offer. Mayaba chased and sacked on 1st down on the other side of the 50. Peyton Zadroik finishes it off for his 4th sack. It's a loss of 6.
Yeah, really important for Zadroik and company to start collapsing this pocket on Mayaba a little bit, because Brendan Marion, the offensive coordinator, he just loves to smile and dial these different plays up. Trips receivers, top of the screen, deadly combination out of this offense. Be careful.
Already 146 passing yards for Mayaba, but keep it on the ground with Courtney Reese on 2nd down. So bring up 3rd and long. Marion, who played at Tulsa for a coaching staff that included Todd Graham, Gus Malzahn, and Mike Norvell. Marion was an explosive player for Tulsa and is one of the rising stars in the coaching ranks. He took over when Bobby Petrino kept the job of offensive coordinator for less than a month for UNLV. It has been a successful year 1 as OC.
Man coverage outside both ways.
Mayaba almost throws another pick. It is bobbled and incomplete. At least 2 Falcons got their hands on it.
Incomplete pass. 4th down.
Bellamy had a chance at it. Bergerson had a chance at it. But instead it's 4th down.
You saw the little hand motions of Mayaba. You know, you're supposed to be coming into the ball, not backing away. But the reality is, let's see, count the Rebels there. What, 2 and 5 defenders? That ball's got makes no sense throwing it in there.
Marshall Nichols let it bounce, and it checks up for the Rebels. UNLV will down it at the 6-yard line. A beautiful punt from Marshall Dix. Carson gets it across the 10. That's what 1st down should look like for Air Force.
Here comes. Watch the wall that's built right here because of this offensive line. Left tackle, left wing. That's a nice crease. That's the kind of efficiency you're used to seeing out of this Air Force offense.
2nd and 3. Already 5 different ball carriers for Air Force. UNLV brings pressure on 2nd and 3 and finds Dylan Carson, but not after he reaches a 1st down. And finally, the Falcons move the change. Their first down of the game. Here comes a flag as the Rebels and Falcons mix it up after the play.
That's going to add a little bit to it there. Little shot, little second shot to the head.
After the play, sportsmanlike conduct, UNLV, number 8, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down. That's number 8's first and sportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
Drawing the ire of Barry Odom, Darius Johnson back to the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, that just makes no sense. That's what frustrates a coach like crazy in those situations. You make a nice play like that, you make a stop. It's just unnecessary to giving guys a shot in the head like that. Once, much less twice.
It's the biggest play of the day for the Air Force offense, 15 yards on a penalty. Carson in the backfield with Jensen Jones, who keeps it on first down. It's another gain of 3. The senior quarterback, Jensen Jones.
So far, this is a successful possession for Air Force. You were backed up near the goal line earlier. Now so far you've got it out another 25 yards or so from where you started. Now you're going to flip field position again, regardless of how these last couple plays go.
Carson and John Lee Eldridge in the backfield behind Jones.
Got a lot of rebels near the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 7, Jones keeps it again on the option. It's across the 40-yard line. He's going to be marked down at the 40. It's a gain of 5 more for Jensen Jones, and it'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Jensen Jones doesn't have quite the scoots that Larrier did at quarterback. Larrier's a track guy. Jones is more of a power runner. And in Troy Calhoun's office, that offense, that suits this team just fine. Being able to drop your head and get some extra yards.
Calhoun told us yesterday Zach Larrier is out for the remainder of the regular season, possibly back for a bowl game. A recurring knee injury for Larrier. Jones gives to Dylan Carson on the left side. That's enough for a first down. The second first down picked up by Air Force, both on this drive.
That goes behind Karras and Indigo and Paglialong at center. That's the strength of this Air Force offense, is those 3 guys on the left side, including the center.
Carson, who had a 35-yard touchdown on the opening drive versus Hawaii. The Falcons just turned it over. That eye-popping number you mentioned earlier, Randy.
The spot is under further review.
Mentioned the 10 turnovers in the last 2 games for Air Force, and for a ball control offense, that is how you lose back-to-back games, Army and Hawaii.
And that's not even counting getting stopped on 4th down. So they're going to review that.
Looked from the spot like they got it right initially.
Yeah,
kind of surprised they're reviewing it.
Well, I think it's about a yard further up, because his backside hits, and it's not until that backside hits on the ground that you start marking the ball. The ball was marked kind of back where his backside was when it first hit the ground, but he didn't get all the way on the ground where he wasn't on top of somebody until after.
So you think either way this is first down Air Force, just a question of whether they get another yard?
Yeah, exactly where the knee's down there.
Where is the ball? See the first down marker.
There's the knees down.
Rolling on the field stands. First down Air Force.
And a speedy review from Bill Stimmel, our replay official.
Speedy review is a good review.
From the 6 where this drive started to the 42, as you pointed out already, a win for Air Force. There's Larrier on the sideline on his senior day. Noticeably hobbling. So Jensen Jones under center at quarterback for Air Force. Another handoff to Carson. Fullback dive to the 45, a gain of 3 more and first down.
If you're running this option offense, if you can find a way to get 3 to 4 yards on first downs, that opens your playbook up. It's when you get stuffed for less than that it sort of puts you in an odd spot.
That's Engel who motions out on 2nd and 7. Toss. Eldridge finds the edge, has a first down across the 50. Here goes John Lee Eldridge. Touchdown Falcons. A 55-yard TD run for the senior from Youngstown, Ohio on his senior day. A 94-yard touchdown drive for the Falcons.
Motion coming from the far side. Great kick out block. Excellent play call. Perfect execution. They don't call that a speed sweep for nothing.
Last year, Eldridge had a 60-yard touchdown run versus UNLV in a rout of the Rebels in Las Vegas. This one goes for 55. Our touchdown run would be the second longest of the season for John Lee Eldridge because he had a 58-yard touchdown for a game winner versus Wyoming. But the Falcons, who had trouble moving it on the first 4 drives, finally break a big one for a 94-yard touchdown drive.
Yeah, that is pure Air Force football right there. You get backed up and you go 94 yards. But the majority of the plays were good, solid chunks.
Lester is back for UNLV, but he lets it bounce for a touchback to the 25. Tomorrow at pass game, Air Force answers with a big play in the run game. Keep it on the ground. Donovan Lester gets a couple on first down. You will see 4 different running backs for UNLV in this game. They've had 8 different players with a rushing touchdown this year.
So far, so good for the Air Force defense. They're doing a really nice job forcing Las Vegas to try to bounce it outside because there's no room to run inside.
A pair of big plays, 78-yard touchdown in the pass game for UNLV, 55-yard rush for Air Force has us tied 7-7 as we head to the second. Armed Forces Football proudly sponsored by USAA.
Very important for the offensive coordinator for UNLV, Brennan Marion, to settle down his quarterback and get his decision-making back in a level-headed manner.
Reverse on 2nd and 8, and the Falcons were ready for it. Jonathan Youngblood gets the tackle. There is a flag down.
They were ready for it, and he was looking to throw. Give a hold on the outside.
Holding. Offense, number 70. 10-yard penalty. And our main 3rd down. Oh, excuse me, correction. Second.
That hold against Tiger Shanks, the right tackle, right here. Get the arms wrapped around early. Didn't hold him the whole time, but he had him early enough to guide him.
So a busted play all around for UNLV. Backed up on 2nd down. Mayalba fakes it, and he's going to look long into coverage again and overshoots Ricky White to bring up 3rd down and forever for UNLV. It's going to be 3rd and 18.
Now this puts Troy Calhoun's defense in a perfect position because Barry Odom's football team, there are no plays on 3rd and 18. There's a 10-yard pass, so you say, hey, you're going to have to run 8 yards to get us a first down.
Mayalba on 3rd and 18. He's pressured and dumps it off to Jaden Thomas out of the backfield. Thomas does a good job to get out to the 27. And just a field position gain of 10 yards for UNLV. But the Rebels go 3 and out with the big penalty on Tiger Shanks on the hold.
Yeah, give credit to Brian Knorr's defense for Air Force. They've been really, since that first series or 2 with the big plays, they have totally tightened the screws down on this UNLV offense.
Marshall Nichols hits it high. Fair catch called for by Engel. Grabs it at the 26-yard. 21 days to go with a countdown to the Army-Navy game presented by USAA. Tune in Saturday, December 9th on CBS Sports. You look at the balance in the last 10 years. 3 Commander-in-Chief's Trophy wins for Air Force, Army, and Navy. They shared it in 2019.
And that game's going to be up in Foxborough, Massachusetts. So it might be a little bit different conditions-wise this year.
Air Force controlling the ball. Another run of 10+. It's Owen Burke who gets the first down with a gain of 13.
Already 117 yards rushing for Air Force, so mission accomplished so far for a football team that came in here wanting to run it that right side, doing a beautiful job of sealing things down. Burke had all that forward momentum working, expecting somebody to hit him. When they didn't hit him within about 5 yards, it was hard keeping that forward momentum from falling down.
Toss it on a reverse. Here's Harris. Gets a good block, and Harris sprinting across the 50, inside the 35 of UNLV, all the way down to the 31. Cade Harris breaks a big one And the Falcons are rolling now. That's a gain of 29.
You got a flag out there in front of the play. This is classic Air Force. When they get rolling, man, they can have your defense talking to themselves. You're going hard on pursuit, suddenly you're over pursuing, suddenly the reverse is coming back the other way. But like I said, there was a flag at the end of that play.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense, number 8. 15-yard penalties added to end the run. First down.
That's Darius Johnson again.
Again, that goes into the books as a run, so that's 147 yards so far. Right there, see the back of the nameplate? Just grabbed it, didn't even necessarily tackle him by the nameplate, but if you grab that, they're gonna call it.
2 15-yard penalties against Darius Johnson. The last one aided the touchdown drive by the Falcons, and now Dylan Carson sets up Air Force again inside the 10.
Yeah, they call this offensive line the diesel here at Air Force, and Barry Odom knew it. Troy Calhoun challenged his football team and said it's going to be you guys that have to win this game. And I tell you right now, early on, kind of a sputtering start, but Air Force is dominating up front right now.
It is second down inside the 10. And off to Carson again. Tough yards all the way down to the 3. Dylan Carson makes it 1st and goal Air Force.
Yeah, when you get in behind that wave, that offensive line, look at the push. You're seeing nothing but blue jerseys and white pants. And if you're a fullback, that's a great feeling because you know the guys in gray can't hit you until you get through them.
Jones on 1st and goal, heavy on the left side, running behind it. Carson gets drilled at the goal line and ridden back. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Jackson Woodard lays the wood.
Yeah, Woodard really puts a hit right there and spins him around. You don't spin him around right then, he might even kind of weasel his way into the end zone. You know, you run like that and you keep your feet moving, you score.
2nd and goal, Jones keeper, the push. And he's in. Touchdown, Air Force. Back-to-back touchdown drives for the Falcons to give Air Force the lead.
Just what Troy Calhoun ordered from his football team. You control the line of scrimmage. You can dominate this game and you can win this game. Early on, not so much. The last couple possessions, it's been pure Air Force football. Just physically taking it to UNLV's defense.
Both touchdown drives aided by a penalty against Darius Johnson. But the Falcons punch it in. Matthew, the rushing touchdown of the year. The last 2 Air Force drives, 94 yards, and then the last drive goes 74 yards for a touchdown.
Well, you're without your best throwing quarterback, your fastest quarterback, and your best running back in Michelle. How do you beat a team like UNLV? You're persistent, you make your adjustments, and you dominate the line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they've done at Air Force here. The last 2 possessions, they've dominated up front.
And just as you predicted, handing it over to that all-senior offensive line for the Falcons today. Reagan Tubbs will handle the kickoff duties this time for Air Force. And it will be a touchback to the 25-yard line for UNLV. CBS Sports recognizes Native American Heritage Month, a time to honor the culture, traditions, and achievements of the nation's original citizens. At quarterback for UNLV, Jaden Mayava started 3 for 3, 120 passing yards, only 2 for 6 since with an interception.
Yeah, they call this the go-go offense. It's last couple of possessions, it's been more no-no than go-go. And a lot of it's because the quarterbacks made some questionable decisions.
Keep it on the ground on 1st down. Donovan Lester, the William and Mary transfer, gets just 2. And the Rebels have had trouble establishing the ground game against Air Force.
And that has been the typical result today so far. When they've tried to run between the tackles, Air Force has been there, and they've been there strong.
Only 5 rushing yards for UNLV. Lester maybe gets 3 here to bring up 3rd and 5. But this is a UNLV team who rushes for almost 200 yards a game. They've got 31 rushing touchdowns, 2nd in the nation, yet they've had trouble getting it started today.
Yeah, they've been extremely well balanced. They threw the ball well early. They haven't been able to run it very well. Right now they're one-dimensional.
Don't have a 3rd down conversion yet. Fake the handoff. Mayava is sacked on 3rd and 5. Coming around the corner, Bo Richter for his 7th sack of the year. And UNLV goes 3 and out.
That's Bo Richter's job. Attack this defense, come off the right side, beat that tight end one-on-one, and get into the back of the quarterback. UNLV very lucky Maeva held on to that ball because the first swipe by Richter almost got it loose.
Nichols hangs it high again. Engel grabs it with a fair catch inside the... These are the incredible numbers for Air Force last 2 years against UNLV.
Yeah, you think these numbers aren't burned into the psyche of UNLV, and they've seen all this all week long. The defensive coaches have mentioned this a million times. But so far today, it's more of the same because 164 yards so far rushing in less than a quarter and a half.
Jensen Jones fakes it to nobody, so 1st and 10. Tosses for the first completion of the game. It's Rillos inside the 40-yard line. The big senior tight end for Air Force, a gain of 35 through the air.
Rillos coming from that tight end position right in here. Watch as he clears out, it becomes wide open, and then he shrugs. And when he does shrug, look, here's the shrug. Man, you're not going to tackle me. Get away. Get off me. Just gets tripped up. Good 15 yards.
Back to the ground. Carson pushes ahead inside the 20, tripped up from behind. A touchdown saving tackle from behind by Cameron Oliver, but still a gain of 23.
Look at the inside, that left side. They collapse that defense. You go right in there between Paglialong and Jackman. There's nothing but green grass in there. Beautiful job by the right side of that offensive line.
Air Force has scored a touchdown on its last 2 drives. Now into the red zone for the Falcons. Jensen Jones keeps it spinning. Fred Tompkins, outside linebacker, gets the stop after a gain of 2. Jensen Jones had the rushing touchdown on the last Air Force drive.
Well, UNLV's defense, they need a confidence play here, because there's been nothing so far in the last 2.5 series that have given them any confidence about stopping the Air Force offense.
Give it to Carson again, pushing inside the 10. It'll be 3rd down inside the 10-yard line for the Falcons. Dylan Carson at fullback. He split time with Owen Burke. Again, they're without Emmanuel Michel, out with an injury for the 2nd straight game. He's their 2nd leading rusher. Jack Larrier out at quarterback. But Troy Calhoun's offense has found its rhythm now. 3rd and 5 from inside the 10. Timeout UNLV. Players. 3rd and 5. There's a whistle just as the play gets off on a toss to Eldridge.
False start. Offense, number 28. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Bad penalty on Calvert on 3rd down inside the 10.
Not much of an early start, but a little bit of an early start coming off that wing back position. It was that kind of hesitation in the middle of the motion that got him.
So 3rd and 10. You rarely see this. Shotgun look for Jensen Jones. They'll keep it on the ground on 3rd and 10. Jones hit at the 10-yard line. Cooper Webb gets the tackle after a gain of 4. And here comes the field goal unit. Matthew DePore has been terrific in his Air Force career. This will be a 27-yarder.
Adding points, time of possession, rushing yards. It's kind of like the football version of an anaconda, cutting off oxygen. You know, time on the clock is usually oxygen to a football team. You play these teams that are effective, these option teams, they'll squeeze you right out of your game.
Carson Bay with the hold, the 27-yarder, easily good. Network crew from the United States Air Force Academy on a relatively warm day in November. The highs in the 60s today here in Colorado Springs.
Not much. I mean, the upset is the breeze, or lack thereof. There's a slight little right to left breeze running through, just enough to sort of keep the flag moving, but that's about it.
And two very good kickers. So if it comes down to the kicking game, we could see some long-range kicks. This kickoff from Reagan Tubbs is through the end zone for a touchback to the 25. So a hot start for UNLV on offense and defense, really. But since then, not much doing for Jaden Mayaba. Look at the rush yards.
Yeah.
Or should I say yard?
Yard. Yeah, that one is very symbolic because right now UNLV is one-dimensional. They are only a passing team. They are not running the ball. And that frees up this Brian Noor defense to just attack.
Mayaba fakes the run, rolls on 1st and 10, completes to the outside for Ricky White. He's out of bounds in front of Goodwin. That's a gain of 7 on 1st down.
You're going to have to do more of that. If you're UNLV, you've got to roll out. You've got to move the pocket. Sitting in a static pocket is not working. So Brennan Marion's going to have to do some different stuff offensively.
On 2nd and 3, run pass option is dropped by the tight end Christian Earls. Would have been a 1st down for the Rebels. Now it's 3rd down.
Execution is an interesting thing as an offense, and you can just get off by just a fraction. That play execution was almost perfect, almost being the operative term.
5th in the nation in 3rd down conversions, and yet 0 3rd down conversions so far for UNLV. Mayaba to throw. It is intercepted, picked off. Jonathan Youngblood brings it back inside the 15-yard line. And Mayaba is picked for the 2nd time today by the Falcon defense. Youngblood brings it back 23 yards.
It's a formula as old as time. You have a balanced offense. You attack one side of it. You can't let them run. Well, you don't let them run, then they got to pass. They got to pass, then you attack the quarterback. You make him guess in coverage. He guesses wrong on coverage, and he throws the ball right to the defender. I mean, that was just another bad pass. It's thrown right to the defensive guy.
Just 6 interceptions in the first 10 games for UNLV, and then Mayaba throws 2 in the first half against Air Force. Falcons from the 11. Jones will hand off, upended at the 5-yard line, Owen Burke. But it's a solid gain on 1st down. Jenkins gets the tackle.
Well, how about that work inside? What a great job. Hagley along the center. Indego, the left guard. Karras, the left tackle. What kind of air is there in there? I mean, there are some gaping holes in this UNLV defense thanks to that O-line.
2nd and 3 from the 5. Eldridge goes in motion. Give it to Burke again on the left side. Burke with a push, takes it inside the 1. It'll be 1st and goal, Air Force. Burke just shy of the goal line.
Again, look at the surge of the blue jerseys. There's a surge happening, and you almost can't find a gray one in front of the blue surge. That's why the gains are so positive.
Jones on 1st and goal, dives in, touchdown Falcons. The 2nd rushing touchdown of the day for Jensen Jones. The interception turns into a touchdown, and Air Force leads 23-7.
And Air Force has now run for 207 yards in this first half with 5 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. Look at that surge. Every one of those offensive linemen were in the end zone. That's always a good sign for your offense, by the way. When you score with the defensive guys, usually means your back's going to score.
Matthew DePore on for the PAT. It was a 7-0 start for UNLV.
This game was a little bit of a mismatch in the favor of UNLV, but man, Air Force has dominated this game.
Another touchback. UNLV will get it at the 25. Coming up on the Ram Trucks halftime report, Brent Stover, Kevin Carter, and Beanie Wells get you caught up on the latest highlights from around college football. It's all coming up on the Ram Trucks halftime report. It was an Air Force team that had gone 3 games without a takeaway. Back to the second quarter against Colorado State. Interceptions 6 and 7 of the season by the Falcon defense here in the first half. Mayaba to throw again on 1st and 10. Completed the sticks to Ricky White. First down UNLV. Over 100 receiving yards for White in the first half.
Yeah, the most important part too of those two turnovers is you've got points off turnovers. The execution of this offense has really paid off.
On the ground, Reese gets maybe a yard. Corrections, Jaden Thomas, who gets maybe a yard, giving UNLV a grand total of 2 rushing yards.
And a lot of it is because of that guy right there. Zordic has done a great job inside. The inside defenders for Air Force have really dominated from the B gap to the B gap on the other side.
So Mayaba fakes the handoff, scrambling on second down. He's chased, but room to run. Mayaba gets across the 45 to the 50, but there are 2 flags down back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's right in that area of holding against UNLV. That or hands in the face, but I think it's holding.
Holding. Offense, number 73. 10-yard penalty, and it remains second down.
Luke Vonderhaar is called for that hold, number 73. There he is on the left side of your screen. Usually when you grab the back nameplate and suddenly the guy's body twists like that, it makes it an easy call for the officials on the side. They're not used to seeing that side of a player's uniform.
Boy, 4 penalties against UNLV, but they have all been costly, backing them up to 2nd and 19. You're back to where you started on the drive. Mayaba chased again on 2nd and 19. He's going to have to tuck it and run. Gets away from Youngblood. Gets away from Mock. Has a first down across the 50. Mayaba takes it into Air Force territory at the 40. An elusive run from Jaden Mayaba. Gain of 34.
There's a little life, little pop and sizzle out of the UNLV quarterback. Good decision-making process. You see from this angle, there's not much happening down the field, so he's got to run this ball. Now it's him against everybody else on the other side.
So you go from 2 rushing yards to 36 on 1 play. Jaden Thomas gets the first down carry. Looks like he gets 3, the true freshman out of Atlanta Westlake. They call him Jet. After 24 straight for Air Force, UNLV trying to match something on the scoreboard before the half.
Oh, you got to have points on this possession. You just have to.
Mayaba completes to the edge. It's Jacinto. Takes it to the 21. So you're well within field goal range for one of the nation's best kickers in Jose Pisano.
Yeah, you're not going to catch Air Force, so 3 points at a time the way that this Air Force offense has been executing. Little pace here now from UNLV, trying to change the pace a little bit. Catch Air Force maybe guessing.
Falcons show pressure on first down. Then back off. So Mayaba tucks it again. Takes it inside the 20. Takes a big blow from Youngblood, but gets it to the 17.
Yeah, Air Force doing a good job of kind of disguising their coverages. It's basically single high, which what it looked like, and they morphed into like a cover 2. He wanted to get that ball to the tight end over the middle of the field, but the safeties had him bracketed.
Plenty of time for UNLV with 2 timeouts. Ayava delivers complete, short of the first down. It's Ricky White who makes the grab, but he's about a yard shy. It's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 1.
Substitutions by both teams, so they're not going to go too fast. Getting that ball again, Ricky White, their best weapon so far today. See, it's 3rd and short. You're in the shotgun. This is run. At least by formation it's run, because by pass it's going to be tough.
Davis takes it on 3rd and 1. Has a first down inside the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. Vincent Davis Jr. into the end zone for UNLV.
Really nice job on that right side. Holcomb and Jackman do a beautiful job of moving down that offense. I'm sorry, that's Tiger Shanks, their real leader. That right tackle makes the best block on that play. And you see the receivers getting their blocks in there too. That was really nice by Ricky White.
The 32nd rushing touchdown of the season by UNLV. Only USC has more. Lozano's PAT makes it
10-point lead here. 1:41 though, very important now. As important as the last possession was for UNLV, it's as important, if not more important, that they stifle Air Force here so that Air Force can't add to this lead.
Miono, the kickoff specialist for UNLV. It's taken inside the 5 on a fair catch by Aiden Calvert. So Air Force gets it at the 25-yard line.
Well, remember, the wind's blowing. I'm sorry, Carter. The wind's blowing right to left. So don't forget. Normally you'd say the target's about the 35-yard line. Might be able to back it up near the 40. So getting to the other 40-yard line, you know, you're about 35, 36 yards away from field goal range here.
Matthew DePore has 3 kicks of 50+ in his Air Force career. On first down, get it out to the 37. Excellent push. First down, Air Force. James Bryant gets a nice push, and Burke has a first down and a gain of 11.
Carter, that was 5 and 6. It was a 5-yard hole and then a 6-yard push. I mean, he got 5 yards initially, but the last 6 yards is that offensive line getting in there and Rugby pushing them through.
Give it to Burke again. Dives across the 40-yard line. DePore, 27-yarder, easily good, but you could stretch him out to about 55 at altitude. This is the 2nd highest elevation football stadium in the FBS, behind only Wyoming. On 2nd and 6, Jones hit at the line of scrimmage, no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Credit Elijah Shelton with the tackle.
So you're still about 25 yards away from that bogey for a field goal. It's exactly what Troy Calhoun wants, some kind of points here. He needs to pop a big run, or maybe even a little pop pass, a little play action, something safe with the ball that can get him in position where he can get a field goal in as they go in at halftime.
Yet no rush to get this 3rd down playoff because they don't want to give the football back to UNLV. So a game of keep away here and a timeout coming for Air Force. A play clock at 1.
Air Force.
You look at the facilities that UNLV has, Allegiant Stadium has a chance to set up what he calls an elite program in Las Vegas.
Well, he brought Bobby Petrino in here to run his offense, and Petrino left for A&M and then left Brennan Marion.
Jones has a first down across the 50-yard line to the 35. Jones gets out of bounds, and now you're in field goal range with 10 seconds.
Jeff's inside your bogey. Great timeout used by Troy Calhoun. Good play call. Look at that play inside. Look at the execution. That was perfect blocking inside. Linebackers were guessing. They guessed wrong. And Troy Calhoun's offense is able to gash him for about a 20-yard run.
2 timeouts, so you can keep it on the ground to the 25-yard line, well within the range now of Matthew DePore, and a Timeout with 1 second remaining in the half.
Air Force will take their second charge timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
Well, you talk about a well-executed drive at the end of the
Please
half
set
for
the
Air
game
Force.
clock to 2 seconds.
Well, exactly
0-2.
what you want. The execution by Troy Calhoun's offense. I would say the entire first half has been perfectly executed by them. They've done a beautiful job.
Thank you.
257 yards rushing for Air Force in the first half so far.
The career-long 54. He's hit from 50 plus, so this is 3 times in his career, so this is easily within the range from 42 with the wind. Carson Bay, the holder, Chesney snap, and the 42-yarder is good with zeros on the clock. And Emmanuel Michel, well, 257 on the board rushing-wise. 2 rushing touchdowns for Jensen Jones is a heck of an answer in the first half. The winner is all alone atop the Mountain West Conference standings and has a chance by the end of the day of clinching not only a spot in the Mountain West Conference title game, but the ability to host. UNLV won the toss and deferred, so the Rebels will take it. This is De Jesus from inside the 5, driven down at the 15-yard line, soaring in to make the tackle for Air Force. Lincoln Tautui Mariner.
If you're keeping track of field position, that's something Troy Calhoun and Air Force love to do. That's a -10 right there, because normally you get the ball to 25 if you fair catch it. Net effect, you bring it back, -10 overall.
Well, it was a hot start for UNLV. Remember the 78-yard touchdown by Ricky White. But after that, not much until the touchdown run from Vincent Davis Jr. Jordan Mayaba, the redshirt freshman quarterback who threw 2 interceptions in the first half. Rolling, tossing, incomplete. Intended for De Jesus in the passing game.
Yeah, that's the same kind of a pattern that Maeva threw the interception on earlier in the game, where he threw it short to the defensive back who intercepted it. Threw that one on the outside long. That's the safe way to do it.
And it was Trey Taylor who had that first interception, who was in coverage again there on De Jesus. On 2nd and 10, fake the run, toss, and a big completion in the pass game to Bolangai, who's going to take it inside the 20-yard line, shaking his way inside the 10, all the way down to the 1, brought down just shy of the goal line. It's 84 yards before Trey Taylor makes a touchdown-saving tackle.
Oh, Bolangai, the tight end, pops wide open. I mean, wide open, wide open. Not kind of wide open. There's nobody within 15, 20 yards of him. But not too wide open that he can't be run down, and he knows it. There are guys on the field faster than me.
So 1st and goal from the 1, out of the gun, toss, Lester trying to find the corner. Lester is in, touchdown UNLV. Donovan Lester with a rushing touchdown to get the Rebels started in the second half.
Well, you mentioned earlier the hot start that the Rebels got off to in the first half. In the first quarter, just bang, they were on the scoreboard. They do the same thing to start here, and Lester runs right through defenders. That was decent blocking. That was really good power running for Barry Oldham's running back.
The 9th rushing touchdown of the year for Donovan Lester, and the 33rd rushing touchdown of the year for UNLV. Lozano's PAT is easily good, and Andre Miono to kick it off for UNLV. Quick strike at the beginning of the first half, and now the beginning of the second half for the Rebels.
It's too early to say critical possession, but man, this is an important possession for UNLV's defense. They need some confidence against this running attack of Air Force.
Touch back to the 25-yard line. So it was a slow start for Air Force in the first half. But then look at the run on the first 4 drives, 4 punts. After that, 5 straight scoring drives, counting that last field goal.
And the important number, 257 yards for Troy Calhoun's offense. So they've run for 500 before on this defense, and they're halfway there already.
Jensen Jones, the senior, one of 39 seniors honored today. But Owen Burke has nothing doing on first down. Dixon leads the way. Jalen Dixon, a junior from Seattle.
Yeah, really nice job by Jalen Dixon.
Armed Forces Football is proudly sponsored by ServPro.
This option's all about responsibility. Somebody's got the fullback, somebody's got the quarterback, somebody's got the pitch.
Harris goes in motion. Jones on a designed run on 2nd and 11. Takes it across the 35. First down across the 45-yard line. A perfectly designed run for Jensen Jones and a gain of 20.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed. There's no running back. So there's no dive. There's no option. There's no trailing back. This is pure. We're going to run a power on the right side, man blocking, outside zone with this offensive line dominating, and let our quarterback just run off the gash.
Jones option toss. Eldridge on the edge. Shakes his way across the 50. Eldridge out of bounds near the 40-yard line. What a move by John Lee Eldridge to break another one.
When you put a move on a defensive back as a running back, you want to stop his feet. Watch Eldridge stop the feet of the DB as he comes up. He makes his move. Feet stop. I got you. You can't make that tackle. You're a non-factor as soon as those feet stop, because Eldridge's feet sure as heck didn't stop.
A gain of 17 as Eldridge shakes the corner, Cameron Oliver.
So what kind of an answer is this to the UNLV first possession?
An emphatic one. Carson at fullback. Leg lock winding down. Toss it to Eldridge again, who puts it on the ground. Eldridge trying to recover. Gets back to the 42-yard line, but Eldridge nearly fumbles it away. It's a loss of 6.
Well, here's a play that looks like it belongs in the last 2 games. And just a bad pitch. That's bad ball maintenance. Throw the ball behind Eldridge like that, puts him in a bad spot.
It's not a turnover, but it's a negative play on first down.
This is definitely called being behind the sticks if you're an option team.
On 2nd and 16 on the ground, Carson gets maybe 3 yards. So 3rd and very long for the Falcons.
Yeah, so it's going to be about 3rd and 13 or so.
Only 1 completed pass in the game for Air Force. 1 for 3 passing for Jones. And only 2 third down conversions. It's amazing to put up 27 points with only 2 third down conversions.
They haven't had to. There's been no reason to throw the ball for Troy Calhoun and Air Force. They've been so dominant running the ball. And even here, you would figure if you're Barry Odom and his defense, they're going to run the ball here with the quarterback.
Sure enough, Jensen Jones. So even with 4 wide, Jones keeps it. And here comes 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 runs by the quarterback in this series here, the first series of the second half for Air Force. Empty backfield, no running backs motioning into range where you just ran with your backup quarterback, Jensen.
Carson Bay has punted for Air Force today. They've been alternating between Bay and Freer, but Bay has done a good job of keeping it away from De Jesus. This one bounces inside the 5, but into the end zone for a touchback. So UNLV will have it at the 20-yard line. A touchdown drive. The 84-yard reception, the longest UNLV play this season, and longest allowed by a stout Air Force defense. UNLV, a historic season, first 8-win season since 2000. And look at the last 3 seasons, only 5 Mountain West Conference wins, and here they are looking for Mountain West Conference win number 6. They've already clinched their first bowl appearance in a decade.
That's how you spell Coach of the Year in the Mountain West, that's for sure.
Barry Odom in his first season coaching the Rebels. Mayava looks down for another deep one, and it is picked off for the 3rd interception. No, it's incomplete. Incomplete.
Ruling on the field is incomplete pass. Second down.
Bellamy came away with the football, but somehow this is incomplete.
Just not quite timed the right way from the receiver's standpoint, and that ball does touch the ground.
After Bellamy comes to the ground, you can see it come out.
It never really stops moving. That's one of the key things about the football.
So nearly the third pick thrown by Mayava. Jaden Thomas fake it to him in the backfield. Fling it to DeJesus to give you a 3rd and short. Jonathan Youngblood on the stop after a 7-yard gain.
Really important for this offense and their coordinator, Brendan Marion. You've got to keep this defense spread out. You've got a speed and quickness advantage. The more you contract and the tighter you get, the more you negate that advantage. Spread out and create space. Comes the blitz.
Picked up by the Rebels. So incomplete on a quick hitter to DeJesus. Mayava just missed. And the Rebels will punt.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure if that blitz didn't affect Mayava a little bit as far as getting rid of the ball a little bit early. Didn't really have to because the protection was there. They did a good job picking up the blitz. But Brian Knorr, the defensive coordinator, brought the heat and it worked.
3 and out. Nichols punts it away. Engel back for Air Force. Backing up to the 7.
That's the team that's going to be the team to beat.
And the Broncos, despite some stumbles this year, are still in that playoff picture. And speaking of stumbles, Eldridge is dropped behind the line for a loss by Ricky Johnson. Tackled for loss on 1st down, and now the Falcons behind the sticks again.
Yeah, if you're Mike Shear in this defense, attack. That's what the defense has been doing for Air Force. They've been attacking your offense. You attack their offense and create negative plays. Because we saw in the last possession, they don't deal well with negative plays.
Mike Thiessen, the offensive coordinator for Air Force, another Air Force alum, draws up another design run for Jensen Jones, but maybe gets 3. And now you're in 3rd and long again. Exactly the script UNLV wants defensively.
Well, you're back in 3rd and 13, so that means one of those linebackers is blitzing, and maybe a safety. You might bring 5.
Jackson Woodard, who was banged up in the first half, but the tough junior out of Little Rock, Arkansas, back on the field for UNLV in the second half. On 3rd and 13, Dylan Carson straight ahead, back to the 20-yard line, but it will be a 3 and out. Thanks in large part to the tackle for loss by Ricky Johnson on 1st down.
And we don't know what it is yet so far, but its net effect is, you talk about those hidden yards. Remember, they were all the way back around the 20-yard line last time they got the ball. They're going to get the ball closer to the 40-yard line this time. Could possibly have plus 20 on that one.
Jacob DeJesus is yet to break one in the return game, but the dangerous kick returner will let this one bounce at the 45. Low kick by Bay, but it gets a good roll to the 30-yard line. Straight win over UNLV. You have to go back to a very chilly night a decade ago. Temperature was 10 degrees, but the wind chill was more like minus 20. Didn't slow down Tim Cornette, who had 220 rushing yards and 4 TDs. Caleb Herring running for 2 TDs himself. UNLV rushes for 330. A very cold dump of the bucket on then UNLV head coach Bobby Houck, and that is the last UNLV win over Air Force, 41-21, and that win made UNLV bowl eligible in 2013 as their last bowl appearance. So a chance to again rewrite some UNLV football history as the Rebels are down by 6 here in the 3rd, but get the football back at the 30. Best starting field position of the day for UNLV. Trying to get the ground game going, it's Jaden Thomas. Takes a pop, gets to the 34 and a gain of 4. Alec Mock on the stop.
We haven't seen that many real positive runs for this UNLV offense. So it's good to see them get one off here. I think it's very important for that offensive line for UNLV to try to assert themselves somewhat like you've seen Air Force. I mean, they're more of a balanced team, so they're used to doing a lot more pass blocking. But this is a team that has run the ball very effectively so far this year.
You see Trey Williams down for Air Force, so while the training staff tends to Williams, we'll step aside. Which means Corey Collins comes in at corner. The Falcons are thin at cornerback because Jerome Gaylord, who usually starts, is injured in this game, so we'll see if UNLV can take advantage.
Yeah, if this was a video game, there'd be a little red blinking light on top of Corey Collins. Go at me, go at me. You got a new guy in the game, can't be warm, can't be that stretched out, hasn't had much time to get ready. I'd put my best receiver so far today. I'd get Ricky White out there. I'd formation away from him, try to get man coverage and just let him go.
White lined up in the slot. It's Collins at corner at the bottom of your screen. Vincent Davis Jr. in the backfield, and now White motions out. Mayava on 2nd and 6. Pressure picked up. White goes up to grab it. Nice catch by Ricky White. His 6th catch of the game, well over 100 yards, and White has another first down.
Yeah, nice job by Mayava getting that to Ricky White. They were giving him a lot of respect. How about that pad? Bottom of the screen.
Fake it, toss it on the run pass option, get it right back to Ricky White, who turns upfield and gets to near the 50-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 48. Goodwin pushes him out after a gain of 6.
Nice combo route. Outside receiver clears inside, inside receiver dinks and runs a short little out, wide open.
Call it 2nd and 4.
Same combo top.
Mayava hands off this time. No gain for Davis. As Trey Williams back in the game, and a tough tackle from his cornerback position.
3rd and short, keep it spread out.
You see only 1 third down conversion for UNLV, but this is just 3rd and 2.
You noted earlier, one of the better teams in the country at 3rd down conversions.
They're 54% on the year coming into this game. You had 1 for 7 against the Falcons. Lester and Davis both in the backfield. Mayava fakes a toss and now tosses it late. Davis on the edge has the first down. Spreading down the sideline. Vincent Davis Jr. will take it all the way. Touchdown, UNLV. A 50-yard touchdown run. But a flag is bound at the 35.
That's right in that area of holding downfield by a receiver. Or a block in the back. Well, they're over there conversing, asking Barry Odom what he wants. From the pointing, it's against UNLV.
Well, eventually we'll get a word from Christian Watson. I mean, UNLV's already back. Yeah.
Offense, number 6. That 10-yard penalty, the force from the spot. The play still results in a first down.
It wasn't much of a hold, and it was a quick hold. I'm not sure if he held him more than he impeded him.
So wipes out the 50-yard touchdown run by Vincent Davis Jr.
As a result of the penalty, it's first down and 10-47.
But first down UNLV.
A little confusion on the sticks down there on the field. The one stick's got it 3rd and 2, and the other one on top of the screen's got first down. They're keeping that spot of the ball on the 50.
Looks like may move the spot back. And they will, all the way back to the 43.
So that penalty was assessed from the spot of the foul back.
Well, this is a long time to get this one set.
And it should still be third down.
After further discussion, the foul was a 47-yard line. When the enforcement of the foul from that spot does not result in a first down, third down, UNLV.
Took a long time to get there. The chains are still wonky on the near side.
Yeah, you get your hands across the chest like that. Every time the official's going to look up and they're going to call that a hold.
3rd and 9. Here come the Falcons. Mayava, deep shot. White holds it in inside the 25-yard line. First down, UNLV on the 8th catch of the game by Ricky White.
Yeah, how about Ricky White? Carter, you know he's going to get it. I know he's going to get it. Troy Calhoun knows he's going to get it, and they get it to him anyway.
8 catches, 169 receiving yards for the Michigan State transfer, his second year as a Rebel. Jaden Thomas in the backfield. Mayava pulls it on the RPO, fling it to the outside. McKee takes it inside the 5 with a stiff arm into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Seneca McKee, but another flag is down near the line of scrimmage.
I think it's coming back against the Rebels.
Eligible player downfield. Offense, number 65. 2-yard penalty. Remains first down.
The joy of the RPO, the run pass option. So many defensive coaches in the country these days complain about offensive linemen getting downfield. And Haas, 65, gets downfield. There he is right there. Ball hasn't been thrown yet, and he's about 4 or 5 yards down the field.
So not 1 but 2 touchdowns wiped out because of penalty. And now it's Jaden Thomas straight ahead. Jaden Thomas rolling inside the 10. He rolls over Trey Taylor and takes it to the 7, and there are no flags down this time.
Wow, talk about a good concept and a beautiful play call right up the middle. You had either side, both sides of that defense had taken bait going outside, left gaping holes in the middle, just man blocking. Excellent execution was perfect.
Setting up 1st and goal for UNLV. Reese and Davis. It's Davis who gets it on 1st and goal. Met in the backfield. Plows forward. Back to the original line of scrimmage before Jonathan Youngblood finishes it off. But a tough run by Vincent Davis Jr. just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When you get in this situation, you know, you figure Ricky White's the guy that the Air Force defense is going to look at and go, look, we can't let him catch this ball. Now the tight end Bowlen guy is a good option, and De Jesus, the slot, excellent option in the middle of the field.
2nd and goal. It's Reese who takes it to the 5. Courtney Reese to make it 3rd and goal from the 5. So what do you think on 3rd goal from the 5?
Well, for me personally in this situation, I've already made the decision that I'm going to go for it on 4th down if I don't get it here. And I'm going to throw both times.
Mayava fakes it, tosses it, touchdown! Balagai has it for his 2nd touchdown of the season, and UNLV is a PAT away from taking the lead.
Yeah, beautiful play call there by UNLV. Marion, the offensive coordinator, throwing the ball to Bowlen guy. They're so aggressive. UNLV, I mean, Air Force is attacking any sign of run. They attack it. That leaves them wide open down the field.
So 2 touchdowns wiped out by penalty, but on the 3rd trip to the end zone, it stands. Pisano's PAT gives UNLV the lead. On pass to give UNLV a 1-point lead on Air Force here in the 3rd quarter. The winner will be alone atop the Mountain West Conference and a chance at the Mountain West Conference title game and the inside track to host the Mountain West Conference title game. Neither of these teams has ever won the Mountain West Conference championship in the 25th year of Mountain West Conference football. This will be another touchback. Air Force will get it at the 25-yard line. Falcons need to have a positive first down because that has kept them behind the sticks here in the second half.
Yeah, how many times have we looked up and seen 3rd and 13 for Air Force? It's been crazy. It's been the exact opposite. 257 yards rushing in the first half for Air Force. So far, less than 40 in a couple of possessions for Air Force.
Jensen Jones, the senior from Naples, Florida, playing in place of the injured Zach Larrier. 2 rushing touchdowns for Jones. There's Burke on first down for a gain of 4 to the 29.
Yeah, that's a big win for Air Force. You want to be able to do that. You can threaten the defense with 4 yards. Because you do it again, it's 3rd and 2. You do it again, it's a first down. It's option football. And it's why you can get people inching up. Now, you've only thrown 3 passes, but this defense is getting so compacted, passes are available.
Rebels bring pressure up the middle. On the run blitz, Burke runs right into it. Still gets a couple tough yards up the middle. But the Rebels were ready for the run between the tackles. Marcel McDuffie, who has been terrific at linebacker today for UNLV, credited with the tackle. 3rd down.
This play here is all about the blocking up front, Carter. They can make or break this play, make or break this series.
3rd and 3, toss to Eldridge. Trying to seal the corner, driven back. Eldridge dropped on 3rd down. Jet Elad finishes it off for UNLV, but great pressure from the Rebels. It's a loss of 2 to force 4th down.
How do you play the option? There is no dive, so you got to get the pitch. You've got 4 defenders playing that pitch. That was perfectly executed. Now the last thing you want is a low kick here, giving DeJesus a chance to return this ball.
Carson Bay's last punt was 50. Hangs this one up. DeJesus, fair catch inside the 35-yard line. So it's UNLV playing ball control here in the second half. A 28-20 on 1st and 10, looking for White. Hits a defender, and it's incomplete off the back of Trey Williams.
Trey Williams basically used his back as he dropped into the zone. That's right where Maeva wanted to throw that ball. He wanted to get it to White. Because he dropped into the zone, he never even looked at the receiver, never looked at the football. But being where he was just positionally was perfect.
Handoff will go to Jaden Thomas. Trey Williams there on the corner. It's a gain of only 1 to bring up 3rd and 9.
Now this puts Air Force back in attack mode. Troy Calhoun's defense, blitz and attack. It's worked so well coming off the edges. Then when they haven't gotten there, they've gotten close enough to affect Maeva. Can they do it again?
UNLV started 0 for 5 on 3rd down. Since then, they've gone 3 for 4.
Walking the safety in the box.
Maeva on the roll. Pressured from behind, and Richter has another sack. His 2nd of the game, his 8th of the season, to force 4th down on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And Maeva is down.
At the end of the 3rd quarter,
Rest of the game.
And the first half of the next game.
Correct.
So yeah, that's it's a big deal. And for those of you at home that are a lot of us that have watched football for a while, there's no way Richter could do anything differently. But it was going to be a 4th down with the penalty now. It's 15 yards and it's a first down, and you've got a new quarterback in the game in Friel.
It was the 8th sack of the year, second of the game by Richter, but that's wiped out because of targeting and giving UNLV a boost. But Brumfield is injured for UNLV. Mayava took over when Brumfield went down with injuries earlier this season. And now we anticipate seeing Cameron Friel at quarterback for UNLV, at least for the time being.
And the question is,
now here comes Mayava.
how is Mayava? Well, good. I thought he went into the tent. That's fantastic, because that was a heck of a shot he took.
Well, Brennan Marion calls him an old school football player. Mayava takes a big blow, still on the field, 1st and 10 from the 50. Brumfield is now going to tuck it and run. It's Doug Brumfield inside the 40, diving forward to the 35-yard line. The Rebels slip in Doug Brumfield, and he has 14 yards.
Yeah, a little bit of a double quarterback situation. Get 2 of them in the game.
And now Brumfield at wide receiver.
That's him out wide left, top of the screen.
We didn't expect to see Brumfield in this game at all. Jaden Thomas shaking his way. Another flag down as Thomas gets inside the 35.
That was thrown by our referee. That's got to be a hold.
Holding. Offense, number 73. 10-yard penalty. And our main first down.
Makaheli called for the hold.
Right there. On the left outside. 73. Look at the left arm, left hand. He's going to start fighting away. That's when you can't twist and you can't keep holding. That's when the officials see it.
So some wild looks from UNLV. Now it's just Mayava on the deep shot to the goal line and incomplete. Intended for Seneca McKee. Looking for a flag, but none there. Jalen Bergerson in coverage.
Deep down the field. Well, if anything, offense initiated the contact. Good play by Mergerson.
Jaden Thomas in the backfield with Mayava. On 2nd and 20, Mayava steps up in the pocket away from the pressure. Diving forward back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and looks like 11. As the dive was back at the 38-yard line, it's a gain of 8. Bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, very smart play by Mayava. He sees the defender starting to close on him. He slides down. No use taking a hit in that situation, trying to lower your head.
On 3rd and 11. Mayava looks like he wants to take off again. Now throws incomplete. Intended for Christian Earls, the tight end. Mayava wasn't sure whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Incomplete. 4th down, and the punting unit will come back on for UNLV.
Yeah, now the important thing, if you're Air Force, is being very smart about what you do here as far as with this punt. If it lands 10-yard line, I'd say 5-yard line and out, you got to catch this thing. If you let it go, you're going to risk getting pinned inside the 5.
Air Force goes punt safe. They were anticipating it. The throw is caught, burst down on the fake. Even though Air Force had it snuffed out, it's a first down as Chris Williams holds it in on the throw by Nichols. Just enough for a first down on the fake by the Rebels.
What a beautiful job by Nichols. He fooled Air Force, fooled us. Talk about an accurate throw in between defenders, perfectly for his receiver. Well done by the punter.
Beautifully thrown ball again. Air Force was dropping into punt safe, and they couldn't stop it anyway. So 1st and 10 on a wild drive. Vincent Davis Jr. gets maybe a yard. We've seen Mayava go down at the end of the 3rd quarter. Brumfield come back to begin this drive in the 4th at quarterback. From field play wide receiver.
Can't say Barry Odom is holding back anything here. They've got everything wide open, taking all their chances.
Marshall Nichols finds Chris Williams on the fake punt. Now can UNLV cap it off with a touchdown? On 2nd and 9, Bayama, stiff arm, gets close to the first down. He was slinging the football, but manages to hang on. Alec Mock rides him out of bounds.
3rd down.
See where they spot this. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and about a half yard. He got really close to that first down marker.
Benson Davis Jr. in the backfield.
This is a two-play situation. I wouldn't be adverse to throwing the ball here, knowing I'd run it on 4th.
Shovel, Reese stood up and driven back. Mergerson gets the tackle for loss all the way back at the 21-yard line. And now if you had a thought about going forward on 4th down, that's likely done. And bring the field goal unit on.
Well, your Paisano's done a heck of a lot of good work kicking, but I really don't like that play. Going sideways to go forward for half a yard.
It's a 40-yard field goal coming as Pisano looks for his 18th consecutive made field goal. He's only missed one this year. 46-yard attempt versus Vanderbilt. Timeout Air Force.
I believe so. They had to run a play on the field late.
We'll take the first charge time of the half.
UNLV.
Timely field goal attempt coming from Jose Pisano, who is 2nd in the nation in total points scored behind only Blake Corum of Michigan. Remember, this drive at the end of the 3rd quarter was stopped, but then the targeting called on Bo Richter. That allowed UNLV to keep this drive alive. A fake punt, and now Pisano on to try to make it 18 straight made field goals. With a senior who came from Missouri State with Bobby Petrino. Petrino stayed less than a month at UNLV, went on to Texas A&M, but left one of the best kickers in college football with the Rebels.
It turned out to be a win-win, huh, with Brendan Marion coming in?
Pisano's kick is easily good. 18 straight.
You had that last possession by Air Force putting the points on the board in the 2nd quarter. All Barry Odom and company have done have come out here in the 2nd half and outscored Air Force 17-0.
Miono handles the kickoff duties for UNLV. It'll be a fair catch. So bring it back to the 25-yard line for Air Force. Coming up next, there's more Mountain West mayhem on the way as Boise State battles Utah State, followed by San Diego State on the road at San Jose State. Catch all the action here on CBS.
4-2 in the Mountain West.
Dylan Carson takes the first down handoff and gets 3. You pointed out a moment ago, Dylan Carson is sneaking up on 100 rushing yards in the game quietly for the Falcons. Had 87 yards in their last game against Hawaii.
And Owen Burke, the other fullback, has 49, so they've got a lot of good production out of the fullback position as usual in this offense.
UNLV thought they moved. No flag. Jensen Jones back to pass on 2nd and 7. Incomplete. A rocket one-hopper intended for Cade Harris. And Jones takes a pop.
Yep.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
You took your chance. You tried to get Jones and get some pressure on him, and he got hit pretty good. Really gets stepped on more than anything else, because that was a going to the house for a touchdown if he throws that accurately. He got stomped on, I think, by his own offensive lineman stepping back.
You're right. Eldridge in motion on 3rd and 7. Dropping back to pass again. Jones, this time tipped, and behind the intended receiver, Engel. That one was batted as Jones released it, and it's 4th down as Air Force goes 3 and out.
More good pressure again coming from off that right side.
There's a flag down.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer for the high hit on the quarterback. Defense, number 50. 15-yard penalty. And automatic. First down.
Look at Jalen Dixon here.
For a high hit on the quarterback, I understand the foul. I just didn't see it happen.
Looked like Dixon reached out as Jones was releasing the football. It wasn't a face mask call, the high hit, but it allows Air Force to go from 3 and out to the 43-yard line. Jensen Jones, hands off. Carson with a solid push to the 48.
That puts Carson over 100.
So without Emmanuel Michel and Zach Larrier, the Falcons have still managed to keep the ground game rolling with Jensen Jones, Owen Berg, and Dylan Carson. Air Force in no rush. Play clock winds inside of 5 seconds. Down to 1 as Jones gets it off. Hands to Owen Berg across the 50-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 2 for the Falcons as they cross the 50.
Yeah, you've got 2 plays here to make a first down. 3rd and 2, you're across your own 50 if you're Troy Calhoun. And Mike Shear knows that. He's going for this first down.
Carson and Eldridge in the backfield, 3rd and 2. Jones, keeper, good push, first down to the 45. Move the chains, and a Falcon drive that should have been 3 and out, but the penalty on Jalen Dixon now has Air Force in UNLV territory, driving, trying to take the lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, that high hit puts the ball 15 yards forward, and then you get that first down there. Suddenly you're in UNLV territory, you're on the 45-yard line, and you got some stuff going on if you're Air Force.
Harris goes in motion. Hand up the middle again to Dylan Carson. Loose football. Rebels think they have it. Who's on top at the bottom of the pile? Rebels come away with it.
The field's a fumble. Recovered by the defense. First down UNLV.
Martinson comes away with the football. Tatuo Martinson gets the fumble recovery with 8:13 to go in the 4th.
Watch where the knee comes down. Martinson gets in there. Now the ball's
a dejected Dylan Carson on the Air Force sideline because he fumbles it away into the hands of the Rebels.
Watch the ball moving. See the stripes right there. See the ball moving? Look at the stripes. He doesn't really have it. He's kind of half got the ball. That's why Martinson is able to come in from the side, slap it out, and the ball ends up, back in here. I mean, back by Martinson's legs. The fact that he was able to reach back and get it was pretty remarkable.
So you think about the mistakes here in the second half. The targeting on Richter allows UNLV to eventually have a field goal drive. And now the fumble gives UNLV the football with over 8 minutes and a 4-point lead. Vincent Davis Jr. picks up 5 on first down.
This has been such a big play, big strike offense for Barry Odom. A lot of the times you'd say, well, I'll hold on to the ball and run some play, run some clock off, and I want to score. Heck, I'm just keeping the go going.
Davis dropped at the line of scrimmage on this carry. Cade Bloom makes the stop.
Good effective defense coming inside out. Wow. That play was smothered by the Air Force defense. They had that thing completely covered from both sides.
Critical third down as Air Force tries to get off the field. Give their offense the ball with over 7 minutes to go.
Where's White?
Wow, over the middle. It is incomplete. Intended for McKee. And UNLV, after getting the fumble, goes 3 and out on offense. Credit the Falcon D.
Yeah, the Air Force defense, nice job. You threw it short. Even if he caught it, there wasn't much chance of getting a first down. You might have thought about going for it on 4th down, but it was going to be close.
Nichols this time punts. Engel back, standing on the 10-yard line, lets it bounce inside the 5. It checks back in the Rebels' favor. They'll down it at the 2. Nichols, the stall, coming back.
I do not believe it was targeting. Actually, I do not believe it was roughing the passer, because that hit happened almost simultaneous with the pass. I know we're about safety, and I know we're about taking care of these kids, and I'm 100% for that.
After further review, there is no foul for targeting. Roughing the passer stands. First down.
Correct call from the replay booth. Bill Stimmel taking away the targeting, but again, roughing the passer stands. That's a tough roughing the passer too.
It's a tough, he doesn't finish him. Look at his arms. Does he pile him into the ground? No, he doesn't. He actually gets his arms away and gets his weight off of him. I think that's a terrible call.
And a huge break for Air Force. I mean, just field position-wise, takes him out to the 25 with an automatic first down after the drive began at the 2. Jones keeps it on first down, tackled from behind after a gain of 2.
So Air Force has now thrown the ball 4 times, and the net effect of a plus 14 on their 4th pass with that penalty.
Darius Johnson gets the tackle.
Barry Odom screaming at his defense. Use your eyes. Watch your keys.
That's Engel in motion. Engel looks to throw it. He's going to toss it back. Jones has it. Drilled as soon as he catches it. Engel to Jensen Jones, who's hammered by Elijah Shelton. It's a gain of 5. 3rd down coming, but Jones gets rattled.
Hey, little speed sweep that turns into a throwback pass. Get the ball back to Jones. Watch this reaction. That is a beautiful form tackle by Shelton. Right through the offensive player.
On 3rd down, Jones to pass again. Jones is going to throw, incomplete, off the hands of Cade Harris. Just missed him.
Now, if you're right here, if you're Troy Calhoun, do you go ahead and kick it away?
I think you have to. And here comes the punt unit.
I mean, they suddenly have gone to more of a pass-oriented setup, which I'm really kind of surprised. They got the roughing the passer out of it early.
Carson Bay punts. DeJesus will grab it at the 27. DeJesus thrown in reverse and now ridden down back at the 22-yard line. So the Falcons bottle up DeJesus again. The Falcon defense got a stop last time. Let's revisit Randy's keys to the game.
Well, UNLV has definitely had the chunk plays today, lots of them. Not bad time of possession. They have attacked the ball. They got the one takeaway. Protect the ball for Air Force. Well, they're protecting the ball. All those guys running. Got 4 guys with over 45 yards and get them behind the sticks. They haven't done that well on first down, but they've gotten 5 3-and-outs.
UNLV trying to win the Mountain West Conference title for the first time in Rebel football history. If they win this game, you go to 6-1, have the inside track to not only play in the Mountain West Conference championship game, but to host. And what a huge moment that would be for a Rebel program who hasn't beaten the Falcons and hasn't gone to a bowl game in a decade. Vincent Davis Jr., the first down handoff. And gets about 3. And that's Trig Wright slow getting up for the Rebels.
Yeah, UNLV, like you just said, Trig Wright got up very slowly. They should do nothing quickly. This is all about that clock running. They need first downs, and they need to stay on the field here. This is where you win the ball game, right here on this possession. If you don't keep the ball here, you're letting Air Force live.
Mayama has missed his last 4 pass attempts after his last touchdown pass on 2nd and 7. Pulls it, Mayama throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Earls, stopping the clock with 4:14, putting you in 3rd and 7, as Mayama has now missed his last 5 pass attempts.
And this is really pretty much wide open. Just couldn't get it to his tight end, coming there across the formation. Just led him just a little bit too much.
Air Force got UNLV at 3 and out last time. The Rebels had it. Rebels 0 for their last 3 on 3rd down. On 3rd and 7, Mayama chased and sacked. P.J. Ramsey leads the Air Force charge.
That is a nice job of collapsing the pocket.
Air Force would take their first charge time of the half. 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 4:09.
That's how you corral a quarterback. Maeva had nowhere to go. Wisely, he looked around, got his other hand on the ball, and started to protect the ball.
Ooh.
Almost was moving there at the end, wasn't it?
Close to a face mask as well by P.J. Ramsey, but the sack stands. That's now 7.5 sacks for P.J. Ramsey. Air Force uses the timeout to preserve the clock. Nichols punts it away. Brandon Ingle is back. Fair catch at the 40-yard line. So
run the ball and you keep the ball the rest of the time. You do not let UNLV and Barry Odom see the ball again if you're Troy Calhoun and Air Force.
From the 40, option keeper Jones across the 45, across the 50, rolling into Rebel territory to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 12 for Jensen Jones.
Nice job blocking, better job by reading. That was Jensen Jones reading the option. He saw them collapse on the fullback. As soon as they collapsed on the fullback, there was no linebacker to scrape to take the quarterback.
2 rushing touchdowns on the day for Jensen Jones. Owen Burke straight ahead inside the 45. A gain of 4 more on 1st down. The defense has done its job getting back-to-back 3 and outs. Now can the offense, quarterback by Jensen Jones, push Air Force across the goal line? And a battle for first place in the Mountain West. Jones, toss, Eldridge on the edge. Played well by the Rebels. McDuffie gets another stop to force 3rd down.
Yeah, so obviously it's a 2-down situation here. You've got 2 downs to get these yards to get a 1st down. Good job by the pitch play. You turn them back in. The whole job of the guy who's playing the pitch is to turn them back into the defense.
Jones toss. It's Harris who takes it almost. It looks like it's going to be 4th and 1, but you're on the plus side of the 50, now the plus side of the 40. This is 4-down territory easily for Air Force with 2:18 to go.
Yeah, there's no question. You're going for it. You were going for it from the jump. Any 4th down situation you got. You're down by 4.
Jones sneaks. Looks like he got just enough.
Jones on the quarterback keeper up the middle.
We're going to move the sticks, I think.
UNLV signaling that they have the football. But it's 1st down Air Force. And you hear the words from Troy Calhoun, hurry up, because the clock outside of 2 minutes with a 1st down still rolls.
The ruling of a 1st down is under further review.
1:52. Those are precious seconds that got away from Air Force.
Please reset the game clock to 1:55. 1:55.
And yet it'll roll on the ready for play coming out of this replay review. But first you have to see if Jones has the 1st down.
So where in that scrum is the ball is the question. It's in his right hand. The push comes from the back. I don't see much of anything that would say he got all the way to that first down marker from that indication.
And yet you see indisputable video evidence that the ball doesn't get there.
Exactly. That's the problem. You need to see something that's so obvious to overturn something like this, and I don't think you have it.
Rolling on the field stands. First down, Air Force.
Stands rather than confirmed. But the Falcons will have to hurry to the line. Yeah, do have 2 timeouts left, but 1:55. That was Air Force's first 4th down try of the game. And you see Barry Odom, eye discipline, don't let him get behind you.
Yeah, don't forget too, Carter, I mean, you can score too soon here in this situation too. UNLV's got 2 timeouts. So you leave too much time on the clock. So exactly what you want to do here, if you're Troy Calhoun, is you want to methodically go down. You want to eat up as much of this clock as you possibly can, because you know you're playing an offense that can score in big chunks.
Again, this play began outside of 2 minutes, so even though it's first down, the clock rolls to 1:55. Ready for play, it's rolling again. Now we have another stoppage.
Now they got to reset it again to 55.
I don't know what this discussion is about.
I mean, it was right that the clock was moving.
Please reset the game clock to 2:03 and start my ready for play signal.
That's a major difference. That's a significant time put back up if you're...
So the clock doesn't start now when they whistle. They blow the whistle, the clock doesn't start because it's outside of 2 minutes.
Clock rolling now. Harris motions into the slot. Under 2 minutes. Here's Jones to throw on first down. He takes a sack. Now you have to use a timeout. Back to the 46-yard line. Timeout with 1:50. A loss of 7 as Jones takes the sack.
Air Force will take their second charge timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
Nice job by
Please reset the game
Woodward.
clock to 1:53.
How about that for a little blitz coming from the quarterback? And he does it on a little reverse. He goes into the inside shoulder of the guard and spins and gets into the sack.
Jackson Woodard, the leader of this UNLV defense, came from Arkansas with Barry Odom, where Odom was his coordinator. Woodard was a walk-on playing special teams mostly for Arkansas. Asked him this week, why'd you come to UNLV? He said, as soon as Barry Odom called, it was a no-brainer. One of the best men I've ever known. And Woodard leads this team in tackles, and he comes up with a huge sack to force 2nd and 17 and force Air Force to use the timeout. So 1 timeout, 1:53.
We've seen 2nd and long, 3rd and long multiple times out of these Air Force Falcons today. The times they've gotten out of that hole, it's necessitated a penalty. Now, if UNLV does not help them, it stands to reason that it's going to be really tough for Air Force to get out of this hole.
UNLV has 4 tackles for loss in the game, all of them here in the second half. Boucher is in at quarterback for Air Force. Boucher is going to line drive, toss it, caught inside the 25-yard line. Wyatt Wilson goes down as Boucher comes in at quarterback and delivers, and now Boucher stays at quarterback for the Falcons. How about this wrinkle?
They're going to want to hurry up and run this. They don't want to have this looked at too much.
It's a gain of 20. Clock stops temporarily on the first down.
Is under further review.
Now Bill Stimmel and replay will take a look to see if the 20-yard gain stands.
To 1:44.
Does the ball hit the ground? And is there control?
Close.
I'm not sure if it doesn't hit the ball, though, before there's control. I mean, the ball doesn't hit the ground before there's control. When does he get it? No, look at the hands underneath it. That is perfect. See that hand underneath the ball? That's a catch. That is beautifully done.
So the ball can move, the ball can touch the ground, but as long as you maintain control, it's still a catch.
The ball can move, but on the hand. The ball's not moving on the ground, it's moving on the hand. And then he controls it. Watch that hand underneath the ball. Is it on the ground yet? Now it is. Ooh, that's going to be close. That angle looks much different. You look at it from back here, watch his hand under the ball. That left hand is under the ball. I think this angle is a bit of a fake out. I believe the ball hit the ground was part of the control there.
How about the decision to bring in John Boucher, quarterback? I mean, that wrinkle with Jensen Jones has led him the whole game, but Boucher comes in, delivers if it stands a 20-yard strike. Very, very close.
Yeah, it's really close, but there looked to be control under the ball.
Ruling on the field stands. First down.
Minute 44, one timeout after the 20-yard completion to Wyatt Wilson. Boucher drops back again. Boucher over the middle and incomplete. Flag is down. Intended for Wyatt Wilson in the end zone. Boucher off the bench trying to lead Air Force into a go-ahead touchdown.
Was there a hand on the pants? Was there a tug? Where was the contact? Look at that right there, pulling the shirt. Really nice call from back there.
Pass interference. Defense. 15-yard penalty. An automatic. First down.
And now a minute 37, one timeout, bring Jensen Jones back in. So Ben Britton does his part, delivering the 20-yard strike to Wyatt Wilson, get the pass interference, and now Jones.
Heck of a job by Boucher, though, getting in late in the game like this and doing what he did.
2 rushing touchdowns in the game for Jones. First and goal from just inside the 10. Jensen Jones, handoff, Burke. Good push just to get 2.
Keep an eye on this clock, and it's going. We're getting close to the time where Barry Odom and UNLV need to take a timeout here pretty quick. Stop him here, I think they do.
A minute 15 is Jones' option toss. Eldridge hurtling across the 8-yard line, but he's ridden down. And now a minute 8, 3rd and goal.
Wow, what an athletic move making that hurdle. That's risky, but good execution and defense there by UNLV. You not only had the one guy to turn it back in, you had the pursuit coming behind it.
Third and goal. With the clock rolling under 40 seconds, Air Force needs a touchdown. Jones dropping back on 3rd and goal. Heaves it, wobbling, incomplete. It'll be 4th and goal with 28 seconds.
Does this ball get tipped coming out? He's getting heat. Yeah, look at that thing wobbling from the jump.
It's Woodard again.
Yep, Woodard coming on the blitz from the inside. Affects that throw.
And now Boucher comes in for 4th and goal. From the 8. Timeout UNLV. One left.
Fade over the top.
It has been 5 straight wins, Air Force over UNLV, but the Rebels 28 seconds away from their first win in a decade over the Falcons.
Well, whatever it's involved, you know UNLV has to unleash Woodward. Let him go. Bring him on the blitz.
4th and goal. Boucher out of the gun. Dropping. Boucher heaves to the end zone. It is incomplete. Intended for Rillos. No flags. UNLV gets the 4th down stop. And the Rebels will win in Colorado Springs for the first time in a decade.
You have to be impressed with the character of this comeback in the second half. They gave up 257 yards rushing and were dominated in the first half. They came back in the second half and returned the favor on Troy Calhoun's Falcons.
And UNLV will take command of the Mountain West Conference, the inside track for the Mountain West Conference Championship game. The remarkable season for UNLV continues with win number 9 for the first time since 1984. What a run for the Rebels. Take the victory formation.
Please reset the game clock to 22 seconds. 2-2. Air Force will take the third and final timeout of the half.
And really, the reason you do that is really pretty simple. I know a lot of people would go, hey, this game's over. Why would you do that? If you're Troy Calhoun, you got to use that last first down. There could be a bad snap. Anything could happen on this play.
One more knee, and the Rebels win alone atop the Mountain West Conference. A gritty 31-27 win over Air Force. The UNLV Rebels have 9 wins on the season, go to 6-1 in Mountain West Conference competition. And after an 8-0 start for Air Force and 13 straight wins back to last season, it's 3 straight losses